Hi, this is Dr. Tim Green. I am the co-director of the Master's Degree in Education with a concentration in Educational Technology, along with Dr. Loretta Donovan, who many of you have already been communicating with. In addition to the two of us, we have a third team member, Dr. Malia Hoffman. As an aside, we prefer to be called by our first names. However, if you are more comfortable with using Dr. Green, Dr. Donovan, or Dr. Hoffman, this works for us as well. What you're about to listen to or read is an overview of the program.
This is Loretta, and we are extremely proud of our program. In response to changing technology, changing policies, and changing student populations, this program has also evolved over the last 6 years. We work hard to maintain currency, and we're very proud to say that we are the first and currently the only technology master's degree program that has earned the ISTE Coach Seal of Alignment. To earn this status, our program underwent a rigorous review process in which ISTE reviewers became unofficial students in our program for a semester and reviewed all course readings, activities, and assignments. You will see that we list ISTE-C standards and indicators on our syllabi and main course assignments. Your culminating project in this program will be to develop an e-portfolio that shows how you have met these standards. This will be useful for you if you wish to transition into a technology leadership position, but also will be a great way to show all of your accomplishments.
This is Malia, and we're going to first start with looking at an overview of the 16 months. Then we'll break it down into individual courses and talk about what you can expect in each of the courses, and then we're going to end up with something that you need to do for the first day of class, and that is creating a study plan. As we discuss the program in general, we are referring to the 16-month program. So here's an overview or kind of a global look at the next 16 months. The different blocks are different semesters. You have 4 semesters. The fall and spring semesters are the same. You have 3 classes, but you'll notice that one goes for the entire semester, 16 weeks, and that you have 2 that are for 8 weeks each. The summer is a shortened semester that is intensive in that you will complete 2 courses. One of these goes for only 5 weeks and will be finished before the 4th of July. This course is somewhat intensive as you are completing 15 weeks of work in just 5 weeks. The other one extends over 10 weeks and allows you to come to class just a few hours a week, hopefully giving you time for summer vacations and lots of R&R. You will have a few weeks in August with no classes before the fall semester starts. Then you'll have your final semester in which you take 2 classes for the entire 16 weeks.
We have 3 core courses that everyone in a master's program takes. As you can see, it is 511, 529, and 536. 511 is an educational research class. It is kind of a foundational research class where you will learn about what research is, and specifically what educational research is. You will critique literature, and this is where you will start learning how to write a literature review. Literature reviews are very important. You will do these throughout the entire program. Again, this class is all about understanding educational research. EDEL 529 is a class on learning theory. So you will learn about the different learning theories. You and a partner will create your own action research project in which you examine the role of technology in student learning. You look at learning from a perspective of diversity. You'll look at ways you can help all learners learn, and the main thing with this class is that we really want you to leave the class with a sense of how you can document all of those teacher decisions that you make throughout the year. The last core course you will take is Curriculum Theory and Development. You really look at curriculum not just from the micro level of your classroom, but from a macro level. How is the curriculum that you would use in your school or district or even the state developed? What theories go along with creating curriculum? Who is involved in developing curriculum? You will also have the opportunity to critique curriculum, looking at its strengths and weaknesses. You will have the opportunity to develop your own curriculum. This is the major project in EDEL 536. You will not actually implement the curriculum, but you will go through the process of developing it. By the time you're done, you will really understand theories and the decisions that go into making curriculum that is used in the classroom.
The EdTech courses all build upon each other. We encourage you to do what we call as working smart. That is, it's a good idea to use what you learn, not the same assignment, but what you learn in one class to help you with the other classes. For example, in 511, the Lit Review is very important. That is because in each class you have a research component. Each of the EdTech courses is a balance of theory and application in the classroom. So you'll be reading textbooks, reading websites, and reading articles that we provide and looking at the theory. And then you'll go and apply that in the classroom. If you don't have a classroom, we encourage you to pair up with people who do have a classroom. Our goal with all of these courses is for the project and assignments to be meaningful to you. So right now, before we even start the program, if there are assignments that you already feel you are proficient at and you would like to suggest an alternative assignment, we are always open to that. One of the first courses that you'll take starting in the first semester is EdL 523, and it is about distance education issues and trends. The focus is K-12 schools, but we look at it in a larger context because what happens in a larger context does often affect K-12 schools. We will learn about what is happening in distance education in K-12. You learn about what distance education really means. You will look at some of the research and look at some of the numbers of how many students in schools are involved in distance education. Some of the activities that you will do: you will participate in a distance education experience with your students. That will make more sense once we get into the class. But you will also look at distance education resources, and as a group, you will create your first research paper. Well, it is really a presentation, like a conference presentation, but you will do some research on a distance education issue or trend, and you will present that to the entire class. So by the time you are done with the class, you should have a very solid understanding of what distance education is and what it isn't, and an understanding of how distance education is changing the way we view teaching and learning.
EDEL 515 is about technology and problem solving in schools. In this course, the whole goal is for you to start thinking outside of the box for you how you can use technology to promote problem solving and critical thinking in the classroom. This is becoming increasingly important, especially in the adoption of the Common Core. In this class, you will try your hand at animation, explore universal design for learning, and you'll have your students create videos and engage in the hour of code. The research paper for this class is an annotated bibliography completed individually.
In the next semester, which is the spring semester, you'll take two EdTech classes, EDEL 518A and 518B. These two courses really build on each other. In the first 8 weeks in 518A, we explore the instructional design process and how this process can help you and others create effective classroom software. In other words, educational software. We'll explore the elements that make up effective educational software, and we'll also learn processes for critiquing different types of educational software. By the time you're done with this class, you really should come away with a strong understanding of the instructional design process and how it can be used to design effective educational software, and how you can critique educational software that you'll use with your students. In 518B, you actually go through the process of designing and creating a piece of multimedia or software that you'll use with students. So you go through the process that professionals go through who create educational software. Okay, you won't create something that's so difficult and so complex that once you're done with it, you'd be able to sell it, but you will at least understand the process that professionals go through in creating educational software. The research project for these two courses is a little bit different, but it's actually a wiki entry into a wiki that we create. And the focus will be on content that deals with, or research that deals with, instructional design. So you will actually create a research project that'll end up being a wiki entry into a class wiki.
EdL 522 is about web design for instruction in schools. In the same way where with 518A and B you looked at the design of multimedia, in this one we look at how websites are designed and developed to promote effective learning. So you will evaluate some websites, participate in a MOOC, and begin to create your own website that could be used for your ISTE Coach e-portfolio. Of course, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with Web 2.0, and we get you using social media, Twitter and Pinterest in particular. You will have an individual research paper that you complete for this course.
The final EdTech course is EDEL 590. This is the Technology Professional Development in Schools. In this course, you are putting together everything that you have learned and explored during the program. So the goal of this class is that when you finish this, you will feel like you have become a technology leader in your school or in your district. You will plan, design, implement, and evaluate professional development for your colleagues. You will create an online professional development module, and you will do some technology peer mentoring. You will also do a grant or a conference presentation proposal so that you can get feedback on that. And as I said, when you leave this class, you have positioned yourself as a technology leader. So this class is the one where we say we are going to push you out of your nest.
The same semester that you take the class that Malia just discussed, you are also taking EDEL 594, which is your culminating project class. Some master's programs have you take comprehensive exams, others have you write a thesis, and some have you put together a project. We have you create a digital portfolio. The digital portfolio represents ways in which you are able to demonstrate competence in the ISTE Coach Standards indicators. You most likely will not show competence in all of them by the end of the program, but you will be amazed at how many of them you're able to hit. Your digital portfolio will include a variety of artifacts, assignments you have completed in the program, outside activities or projects you have done in your work are all examples of artifacts you'll include in your portfolio. One of the major artifacts you will include in your digital portfolio is a coach project. You will work on professional development project that helps you demonstrate competence in multiple ISTE Coach Standard indicators. This project gives you the opportunity to step into the role of a technology leader. That is, a coach. When you're done with the final semester, you will have a professional portfolio that you can share with others that demonstrates your abilities as an educator who is capable of being a technology leader and coach.
Now, I'm going to take just a few moments here to talk about the study plan. The first thing I want to pass along is that this form is created in Microsoft Word, so please use Word to fill this out. The formatting does not keep in the format we are required to turn it into the university if another tool is used. You may want to pause right now and go and find that study plan so you can fill it out as we go through. The bottom part of the study plan is already filled out and basically lists the courses that we talked about and what semesters you will be taking them in. The part you need to fill out using the word processor is the top part. So, your name. Use the name that the university has as your official name, the campus-wide ID, today's date, the address that everything is mailed to, your home phone or work phone. If you don't have a home phone, just put in a cell phone number. It doesn't matter. The email address, use an email that you check, as this is how the department and the university will contact you once you are no longer a student. The next section, where there's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you either earn a BA, a BS, or an other degree. Please make sure you also list the institution. If you went to Cal State Fullerton, you can just put CSUF, but if you went somewhere else, please spell out the whole institution. Add when you graduated. For example, if you graduated 05/00 or 05/09, and then list your undergraduate major. For item 2, if you have a teaching credential, you will fill out the top line. You will all have a basic teaching credential, so you would check the first box and then it is either preliminary or clear. If you haven't got a teaching credential, then you don't fill out anything on that top row, you just check the equivalent experience box. The last 3, they are things that we as the university will do. You'll see the grade point average has to be 2.5 or better overall, and the writing requirement has been or will be met in EDL 511. The university has a writing requirement, so after you take 511, we will know that this has been met. This is how you fill out the study plan. What we'd like for you to do now is save it as your surname _ study plan and as a document. So for example, I would save as Donovan _ studyplan.doc, and then please send it back to the department at edlgradprograms@fullerton.edu before the end of the week. Please CC me on this email. If you have any questions, email me, Loretta, at loretta.csuf@gmail.com. As many of you have experience with the admissions process, the study plan is processed by the university and it can take several months to actually get it all filed. If you haven't heard anything by the end of the fall semester, then you need to contact us. Usually, you should have got your study plan by the end of this semester. On behalf of the three of us and all of your instructors in the EdTech program, we are really looking forward to working with you and getting to know you.